Greetings, YouTube. As I relog into the game, I'm going to be a little upfront with you about the future of this here YouTube channel. I'm still going to do my best to review as many offers as possible. I made a promise 6 years ago when I had 42 subscribers and no chance, seemingly, to ever make even a community impact on this great community of ours. Nevertheless, any kind of revenue whatsoever. That was the least of my expectations. I promised that this would be the channel that even if it stayed at 43 subscribers and never made a penny, would still review, for those that cared, every offer that comes into the game. Well, you might notice that in the almost first 24 hours that this offer's been out, by the time this hits my channel, I didn't review it. It's an old offer. It's a repeated offer. And yes, I could make a content video for content's sake that gives it the grade I gave it last time, which quite honestly is close to a failing grade. But I think looking at these, I wanted to take this subject from a different perspective in this video. I wanted to talk about the main takeaway, because you've got to understand that these Paragon crystals, they're not Nexus crystals, they're not featured Paragon crystals, they're just regular Paragon crystals. And so you're going to get 91% of the time, statistically speaking, at best a 5-star from these. So if over 9 out of 10 times you don't get even half of what you're hoping for, which in this case is a 6-star, then that's not at all value that you can quantify as worth cash. It is a chance, not a choice. It is a crystal, not a selector. And that is not something that I promote. And really a couple years ago, I think it was around 2021, I said that the motto of this channel from now on going forward, as selectors started to become more popular in the game economy, was more choice, less chance, because that's what literally represents guaranteed value. So the only guaranteed value in this top progression level, and yes, 6-star shard bundle is here too, and its price, considering what you can normally get for $10, is awful, especially because this should really be 4 Cav Nexus crystals with the 3,000 6-star shards as a bonus. That would be like a C grade as it stands right now. That's an F, and then the 5-star shard bundle, $10. I mean, talk about beginning players just getting absolutely destroyed with terrible value. But if you were to do the math, because it does say limit 10, so let's play out this scenario. If you buy all 10, you get 40 Paragon crystals, which by no means guarantees you a 7-star. Some people may get a couple 7-stars, but a lot of people will get 0 7-stars. So those Paragon crystals are good for ISO and gold and crystal shards, but that's about it. The only thing that's guaranteed is the 15,000 7-star shards, which, yes, is exactly enough for a 7-star. But if you buy 10, even if you have no tax, because you're blessed to live in an area that somehow still doesn't have tax for online purchases through the Google Play or Apple Store, and I know some people who do and some people who don't, and you don't have a across the pond issue where the currency rate's screwing you over, or you're not in Canada or Australia or India or one of those places that you're paying 10 or 15, as much as, maybe even more than that now, per one of your dollars, per one of the American dollars for currency in this game. This is still, assuming there's no tax, $200 for a 7-star right before 2024. $200. Now, for Paragon players and Valiant players, I guess, the cheapest we've seen is around $75. The price that seems to be the norm most of the time, but it still feels outrageous to me, is $150. Really, I think, as a community, the middle ground of this should be about $100. Now, look, I'm not saying that a 7-star is even worth $100, but given that the math of this, if you were to buy all 10, is $200, $100 is sure a lot more reasonable than $200. We have to reject this as a community. We have to reject this price. The only way that we're going to reject it, though, is not by making videos on a YouTube channel or complaining on the forums. Kabam only listens to us with our wallets. You will never see me buy one of these. Somebody could donate $20 to the channel and say, Prof, I want you to buy this. And I would say, can I please spend the $20 toward the $50 greater gifting crystal offer in about a week? Or the greater banquet crystal offer, because you better believe that for $49.99 they're going to give us 10 of those, because that's been the tradition the last 2 years, and if it's not broken for Kabam's wallet, don't fix it. So this, compared to that, is a joke. Just a joke. I worry that Kabam's trying to do what they always do after a whale holiday, and that's bring back such horrible prices that when something's a sale, it looks reasonable, even though a C value looks like an A compared to an F. It's my job to see through that and give a voice to that so that people aren't tempted to buy something with money that isn't worth it and with expectations that are just going to lead to disappointment. So, yes, this is an F value, but $200 for a 7-star is something that we should just reject as a community and let them lower the price. 150 is the norm, but 100 should be the norm in 2024. We're already halfway through 7-star rank ups, which I also hate. I know there's 6 rank up levels instead of 5 for 7 stars, but the fact that we now have to have rank 3s for Valiant, they just went way too fast. And I think they know it now, and that's why they're like joking about 8 stars, which again, call me a trigger warning prof, but I don't even want it to be joked. I don't want to see the phrase 8 stars in any forum post again for another couple years. Don't even bring it up. It's a name that shall not be mentioned. But 7-star for $200, go home, Kabam. You're drunk.